One of my famous hashtags on my channel is hashtag when you date thugs, you date death. I continue to prove that. And this baby that you guys see on my screen is another victim of her mother's choices, their parents' choices. And I continue to keep warning you with these stories as cautionary tales to be mindful of who you procreate with, be mindful of who you date, be mindful of who you bring around your children, be mindful of where you live at. Just understand that all of this has a cause and effect. This ain't about just having fun and being on Instagram and Snapchat looking cool and I look good, having fun, making money, and get me some sex whenever I feel like it and do it with whoever just makes me feel good that day. You got to start thinking deeper and you got to start thinking about your kids because your kids are suffering behind the choices that all of us are making as a society. I want to make that very clear. Let me give you guys a disclaimer about my channel. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. So our news source today is usatoday.com. So thank you for the article. We'll keep this relatively short, but I had to tell y'all about this because it goes with everything that I've been talking about for a good minute. About dating these damn fool thug lions and thug pythons, stupid as the stupid thugs. When you date thugs, you date death, hood hoes love hood dick, all of that good stuff, okay? Now, police have released the identity of a child who was shot and killed in North Carolina on Sunday, and y'all saw that baby. And even though I wish she was smiling in that picture because she's a beautiful girl, this baby right here, a young innocent angel, lost her life for absolutely no reason. Quazaria G. Williams. And the name is a bit hard to pronounce. It's just the name her mother gave her. I never will understand the names, but I don't mean any disrespect to this baby, okay? Quazaria. I believe that's how you... Quazaria or Quazaria. I think that's how you pronounce it. Quazaria. Rosaria G. Williams was 7 years old and was pronounced dead at Scotland Memorial Hospital in Laurinburg, North Carolina, Maxton police said, according to a local news station WBTW. The man alleged to have shot the child is 31-year-old Dietrich Page, and he is no stranger at all. So I want y'all to hear this. Police say that he fired shots into a car with 5 other people inside the car around 2 p.m. Sunday in Maxton. The condition of the other 5 people in the car is currently unknown. So we don't even know if anybody else was shot. But the little girl was shot and she died. Maxton is a town located about 40 miles southwest of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Page was arrested not long after the shooting. His charges include first-degree murder, because it was intent, attempted first-degree murder, discharging a firearm into an occupied vehicle, discharging a firearm in city limits, and possessing of a firearm by a felon. A thug, a felon, not related to skin color, but related to actions. He is a damn thug. On Tuesday afternoon, Page was denied bond for 2 of his charges. His next court date is scheduled for November 26th, which is about 11 days from today, depending on when you're watching this. So November 26th to 2024. USA Today cannot immediately contact Page's lawyer for comment. Maxton Police Lieutenant Patrick Hunt told the news that Quazaria was remembered as a cheerleader and a sweet girl who had a lot going on in her life. Police said that the shooting happened following a dispute between Page and the girl's mother. They had a dispute. So this is mom's ex-boyfriend from what I understand. A dispute where this man felt that she needed to die. On Sunday, Townsend Elementary School, where Quazaria was attending elementary, posted a memorial for her. So that's there. We'll skip that part for right now. So here's the thing. They got into some type of argument, mom and boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, and he decided that she needed to die. So he shot into the car to try to kill her and end up killing this baby. His intention was to kill the mom. And you'd have to ask yourself, mom didn't pull out no gun on him. Mom didn't try to shoot him. So why is it that he pulled out a gun and felt that she needed to die? Here's the thing. If y'all want to understand the dichotomy of the mindset, and I've talked about this before, when you get these men who are thugs and who are desperate and will only love you, and they don't want to go nowhere, won't date no other woman, and they are just hooked and stuck on you, that's what you want, because you want a man that don't want to leave you. That's what they want. That's what these women who love hood dick want, right? That's what they want. A man who will not leave them and stay with them unconditionally. Here's the problem. That's not realistic. And when you're ready to leave his ass because you're ready to upgrade or you're ready to do something different, or maybe this fool just ain't got no motivation and he's crazy and you just don't want him, now all of a sudden he's just like, you've destroyed his world and now he's going to destroy your world. He's going to take it out on you and anything that you're attached to, which ended up costing you your child. So yes, I am blaming this on women who continue to date men like this. It is both of y'all fault. Y'all both play a part in this. Let me give you guys the fair usage before we get into the news videos, because I don't think y'all are hearing me. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. I need to give a couple shout outs real quick to Shannon. Thank you for sending in some foreign currency, showing some love in the super chat. Pirate Lady, thank you also as well for showing some love. I greatly appreciate that. Want to shout y'all out. For those who want to donate, links are in the description box. Super easy to contribute to this channel if you want to support a good message. And I want y'all to tell people, if you can type, depending on how long you've been watching me, how long have I been talking about this narrative, this dangerous narrative of how people are pair bonding and dating these dangerous ass people, men and women? Long time. Years now. It needs to stop, but I'm going to continue to keep presenting these stories because of this, because maybe I just don't think people are hearing it. Maybe they're acting like they didn't hear it. They're ignoring it. They don't knows any better, y'all. But I've been talking about this for a minute.
A Robeson County father is behind bars tonight, accused of opening fire into a car and killing his own 7-year-old daughter.
ABC 15's Tanya Brown first reported the deadly shooting tonight. She's live outside the Maxton Police Department with more on this case. Tanya.
Jennifer, the Maxton police chief says that this community tonight is in mourning over the senseless shooting that claimed the life of that 7-year-old girl. The chief tells me that he was the one who broke the news to the child's father that he had killed her.
The calls went out.
Maxton Police Chief Sherrod Johnson says Sunday seemed pretty routine until they started getting calls of shots fired in the area of Graham and Patterson streets.
And I was stopped right here.
Johnson says while on scene, they heard multiple gunshots and encountered a very distraught mother who needed help.
Saw her, the child in his arm, in the mother's arm. She placed him down. He started first aid. I started talking with the driver and the passenger to get lookout information.
Johnson says the woman's 7-year-old daughter, Quazaria Williams, had been shot. An officer administered CPR on Quazaria, but she had a very weak pulse. The little girl died a short time later. News of her death quickly spread through Maxton, leaving many asking why.
Real sad. I hate to know when any baby's hurt.
I was very sad. It's heartbreaking that a little child has to die over nothing.
The child's father, Detrick Page, is charged in her murder. Police say he did not intend to shoot his child, but was trying to harm her mother. Chief Johnson says he broke the news to Page that his actions claimed the life of his precious little girl.
When they first brought him in, I don't think he was aware that the child had expired or passed. but at some point he realized what happened, and it hit him hard.
The child attended Townsend Elementary School here in Maxon, and school administrators said today on Facebook, quote, always on our minds and forever. And
I think you said it perfectly in the chat. Shannon said, they know better, Jay. They just put themselves before their children. God, dog. If that's not the simplest way to put it, I don't think you could put it any better. Shannon, I'm going to look you in the camera and I'm going to just say thank you for saying that. You said it perfectly. I'm going to read it again. They know better. They just put themselves and their own personal sexual selfish desires before their children. I agree. Thank you for saying that. They want to put their thug before their kids, and it always ends up costing them. Sooner or later, it costs them.
our hearts. Live in Maxton, Tanya Brown, ABC 15 News.
Tanya, thank you. Page also faces charges of felon in possession of a firearm and attempted murder of the child's mother.
Now to Robinson County, where a man is accused of killing his 7-year-old daughter while aiming at her mother. Maxton police says Quazaria Williams passed away at the hospital Sunday afternoon after 31-year-old Dedrick Page shot into a car with 5 people on East Graham Road. He's now being held without bond, facing murder, attempted murder, and weapons charges.
So, here's the thing. Depending on whether it goes to trial or not, you know, we might do another update to this. I would definitely love to let you guys know how many years in prison he gets. This should absolutely be an easy life sentence. This should be a slam dunk case, in and out. For this baby to lose her life the way that she did, apparently this is her father. I guess they do look like each other quite a bit, especially from this comparison right here. I'm not going to even deny that. I'm not going to deny it at all. That's his baby, and he killed his baby. And they actually said that he didn't even know that his baby was dead, and that officer was the one that ended up telling him, you killed your own kid, dude. Quazaria Williams, Princess, man, R.I.P. But thank you guys for listening to her story. If we have more to report, we'll definitely do an update, probably do a final update on the sentencing, and we'll leave it at that. Lost her life for nothing. Ladies, been trying to tell y'all got to start listening, okay? But thank you.